Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I just scheduled it, prick. It's gonna do the final part on stream because I've never done that on stream, so that's gonna be fun. Just gonna do all the cleaning up now because these waves are quite messy. But this is our where the art is at right now. I think it works. Got a little surprise here. But yeah, I'm still cleaning up these waves because they're only 16 frames, but they take so much time to because they take up like almost the entire screen. So basically the thing I'm doing is I'm just cleaning up these little edges, making it a little bit smoother. I don't mind the beginning part that it's a bit more chaotic, but hello Shadinator. But since I did a lot of stretching to get like the actual picture here, that was my WhatsApp. One sec. Should it happen again? And again, I put my desktop audio really soft, so probably didn't hear. I hope. Yeah. I mean, ocean waves are quite soothing when you get to sleep. Want to get to sleep. So I hope that works. This part is still very chaotic. Just gonna do some more cleaning up here. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot I can do, but I was actually like, okay, I'm gonna give myself 2 more hours and then I'm gonna call it finished. Because with these pieces, I could go on forever. So I'm just gonna stream for like until 2 p.m. my time, and then whatever the result is, I'm probably gonna call the result, unless there's like some minor cleanup left to do. Like, even these waves, even if you don't fully clean them, they already look quite good. Like, but it's the cleaning that actually like makes it flow. And I'm mostly like doing this by hand, so there's obviously ways to like really read and do a lot of key posing and all of that stuff. But since it's like more of a natural element, I kind of like uh the inert or like the innate chaoticness to it. Like normally when you animate, you draw like a few frames, like you draw this, this, and this, and then go to like different easing steps to get towards those parts. But I'm mainly doing this like on feel, I guess. Making a little bit of those appear already. I can like look at the previous frame for a rough estimation of where things are gonna be. Just gonna create like more of a one of the things I like to do with waves is like, or like with any kinds of animations, like giving a bit of a prelude to something I'm gonna make. So it's the wrong frame. No. Giving a hint of what's to come, so it doesn't start off like fully animated yet. And then it becomes slowly more chaotic over here and more intense, and then it's like some variation. Might just make this one a little bit more intense, just to improve the overall motion. Nothing to. And because these are such large elements, I'm not paying as much attention to like really major details. Welcome back. So, hope the music isn't too loud. There we go. Go ahead. What's your question, Shadinator? Oh, great. Actually gonna like add some more splashing to the ship in front of here. Daydreamer suggested that, and I completely agree. That would like make the ship way more part of like the actual ocean. Some more splashes up front. Can I use my art as an outro and a background? I'm usually like, I try not to give like permission to that stuff willy nilly. But one like, it's nice that people actually ask, because I've had so many people that just take the art without permission, and like, but you don't like, like not even crediting me, so that's a lot. But if you want to use it, we can discuss it after the stream, because I don't want to make these choices while I'm streaming. You can just DM me on Twitter or Discord or whatever. Green light. Yeah, usually I give a green light and I just like drop a link to my coffee for an optional donation and stuff, so. It's a funny game, No Man's Sky. When you're like inspired for drawing, like just booting up the game and going to like a nice lush planet is already like such a good inspiration for art and stuff. It's a really pretty game, despite the launch it had. I think it's nice that we live in an era where game I actually liked. I'm like one of the few people that actually liked No Man's Sky at launch. I mean, I didn't love it, but I liked it. But it's become great over the years. Like it was a like saying it was a bit barren was like an understatement, but it was a fun, quirky little game, and I liked the way they did things, I guess. Um, yeah. Yeah. Sounds like a beefy game. I'm surprised it's like 40 gigabytes because a lot of stuff in it is like generated. So usually generated games don't take up as much space as non-generated stuff, because generated stuff doesn't require storage because it's well generated as you run the game, and the code that does the generation is usually quite efficient. But I guess No Man's Sky has a lot of 3D assets too, and those assets aren't being generated, so it makes sense that these assets are like large. They're not entirely empty. Look at those stretchy pixels. The main thing I'm trying to do is going from this rough initiation to like the more soft detraction I have. There's also still one layer like this that doesn't have like the outlines here. Here. This helps to really cement the waves as part of the drawing. Yeah, I like it. It's kind of a soothing process, actually, like cleaning up. Oh, you like the detail on the ship. Here's the ship. Yeah, I basically just used the existing pirate invasion ship as a reference. So basically try to mimic a lot of the details of that ship, and then added like little animation quirks to it. I think it has a higher contrast than anything on the scene. And it's also one of the only things with like an actual outline. Like there's like a subtle outline to the waves here to separate the ocean from the beach in front. I don't have any outlines here nor there. So basically I made this as like a focal point in the scene by using these outlines. And I mean, the sky is already quite intense when it comes to drawing attention, so having an outline to the ship really helps to redirect the player's attention to like the ship coming in. Like some other elements of like subtle outlines like this, but that's more like secret. This is not there to draw attention. It's mainly to reward people who actually look at my art for a long time and they're like, oh, there's more going on. I like to do that. I love this layer with more intense lighting, which I'm probably gonna turn on later, just to make everything more like make the sky even better. But this kind of messes with my colors if I keep it turned on, so I'm actually gonna leave it off for now. And I mean, that's actually like they both could work. Like this makes it more dreamy, I guess. But I feel like this just finishes it off, makes it pop up just a little bit more. I don't know. Which one do you like more? With the more intense sky or this more softer looking sky? Because honestly, they could both work. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's opinion. Some people like softer colors, some people like vivid colors. Yeah, now I need to do so many more outlines left to do. Well, that's fine. Good morning, Evie. Welcome to my surprise stream. I guess that's ways to do this more quickly. Like I could just select everything like this. Kind of feels like it's not selecting this part, which is weird, but that's fine. Those different colors. No, they are not. Strange. So basically what I can do is to select modify and border. Get the one pix border. Go to the waves selection and then just take a really big brush and then do this. And basically that works, and then I've done basically the same but easier. It's one of these things you learn when you use a sprite a lot. Sprite, modify, border, one pix. Then I basically just fill in the rest here. I mean, there's some manual cleanup that I can do when I don't do this. Like making the edges flow a little bit better. Though there's pros and cons to both. For example, this one feels like it's a little bit too small. I can make this a little bit, play with the outlines a little bit, give them a bit more character. Yeah, we in Netherlands generally have a lot good internet as well, which I'm happy with, because that allows me to stream this stuff, because I have glass fiber internet. If I didn't have that, there's a lot of people who can't stream because their internet is quite poor. I almost never have problems with my internet, which is insane. I have had one moment where I was like 2 weeks without internet due to a technical issue. That was annoying, but there's worse things in life. So basically just there's one more layer that doesn't have the outline yet. Yeah, that was back when mobile data wasn't even a thing. It's just like well, it was a thing, but it was like back in 2014, 2013 or something. And back then, yeah, we had mobile data, but the bundle was like 512 megabytes, so any use of internet was gone immediately. These days we have like unlimited data bundles and that kind of stuff. It's at least I don't have it. I have like 8 gigabytes, but I should probably not play with those. Those are already animated. Yeah, clean up this ocean a bit more. It's basically a lot of cleanup this stream, so I finished most of the actual work in my off time. But that's also the kind of work that takes the most concentration, so that basically is also actually should probably, well, this can work. I mean, but the border thing is probably easier. This is also like a middle ground between the border technique and just when you do it, because you can just do a one pix brush and then just draw it like this. And I mean, even the outlines could be like partial, but I just feel like this it's technically bending, but since it's an outline, I don't mind it as much. Especially since I've already like committed to it. So I'm not gonna change like this and make it like half banded or like selective outlining afterwards. Especially since this part is already like such a huge huge thing to animate. Magic wand's really weird when it comes to that, but I guess that's basically because the actual sand is not on this layer but on the front layer, so basically doesn't capture that. There's ways to go around that. Just what software is this? I'm using Sprite version 1.3, which is this. It's a nice program. You can get it on Steam. It's really cheap. Doesn't have like a monthly subscription, so that's nice. It's a great software. I like it. Been using it for like 4 to 5 years now. Maybe I think I started using Sprite in 2017. Before that I used maybe 2018. I don't know. Yeah, 2018. And 2017 and before I used Paint.net. But I do not recommend that because it's not. I mean, back then it was a great option. But right now there's better options out there like Sprite, which is like an amazing PixArt software. That's better actually. My friends inspired me to make PixArt and came across your channel not too long ago. I'm happy my channel is inspiring you to make PixArt. Maybe I'll make some tutorial videos about PixArt if people are interested in that. Because I've got like 12 years of experience making PixArt. So if anyone likes that, then please let me know. I've heard some requests before. Well, shouldn't be working on the wrong layer, that's for sure. So yeah, I think the waves are in a good spot. Like the outline here really helps to cement the entire thing together. And yeah, I feel like this one, I could make this like a little bit. Oh, it's the wrong layer. Go to the waves layer. Make this one like a little bit back. Facing back a little bit more, like that. Did I actually? Oh wait, maybe I moved a little bit too much. Wrong. I think I moved everything on this particular thing instead of just this frame. Yeah. That works better. This up a little bit more. I mean, that could go back even more, honestly. Yeah, that should be better. Let's see how it looks. I'm actually using a canvas that is twice the usual size that I used for my previous Terraria drawings. Which is, I normally use 90 by, let's save this. I normally use a canvas that looks like this. But for this one I made like a little bit larger. But yeah, you can see this really looks like my old Terraria drawings. My wallpapers use this resolution. Still looks nice, even downscaled. But basically, I wanted to try using a higher resolution because I've never really made the pixel art on this kind of canvas scale, so I wanted to see, yeah, how that would work out. So it's nice to be working on higher resolution. I might want to try like actual digital drawing more too, just to see how I can work with like a higher real estate. Because I've always been used to like squeezing out details. This is fine. I think this frame is still really ugly back there. I mean, ugly. Not up to par. A lot of holes and squares. So yeah, I'm basically just cleaning everything up, making it nice and smooth. I'm basically removing all the like little noise details because it's easier to animate like 3 bands of like color than to animate like all the little parts. And I still have like a lot of that chaotic stuff in there, then slowly becomes less chaotic. So I think the waves are in a good spot. Just gonna look at it once more. It's almost mesmerizing to look at it, really. Felt like there was a little bit. See how this looks. Should get rid of like some of that more dirty stuff in there. Do I have any suggestions for making a pixel art like background like this? That's a good question. Well, let me just show something. So basically, just gonna copy this. This was what I started with when I was like in 2017. So, this was my art like 2016, and this is my art now. So basically, the gist is just go at it, have fun. Doesn't have to look good. And then eventually you grow and get good at it. Yeah, I came a long way. Time does that sometimes. A lot of more stuff starts to click when you do it. Like you get atmosphere, you get like you really get a good grasp on all the little things and how to play with like all the details. This is going to be tricky, but it's fine. Yeah, I actually got into pixel art because of the Terraria community. Surprise, surprise. Let's see how that looks. Nah, I'm not entirely convinced. Yeah, it's also important to know where you want to improve. Like for example, my specific challenge for this art was making art in a higher resolution. So I basically used my knowledge that I already had and see how I could transfer it to a higher resolution. If it hit a tiny wave white cap, it would look better, fit more in place. Yeah, I guess it should have like a white wave in front of it. So you're gonna look at the reference. Yeah, so basically just white splashes right here. Something like this. Let's see how that looks when I just duplicate it. shift it around a little bit. Just testing it. These are too far off. Yeah, I'm just basically just trying to see how the base motion works, the base overall picture. Then I can tweak the details. It's the first one to see how this looks. I mean, even with like this just being still, it already looks nice. And then I can just add like little small splash variations after I've like made all of those. Like work with this baseline and then just alter the baseline, so I can always know what baseline I have to stick to. It's a base splash, so the animation doesn't deviate too much from what it should look like. And making this static already helps by to solidify it. I basically just want something that looks good even without the animations. There's easier ways to do this, but I'm actually enjoying it. So I basically use like a tool called Path Animator for the ship, so I didn't have to like manually animate the ship coming forward every frame. But this is such a small thing that I don't really mind, and I already have references for where they need to go, so. Let's see how this looks. I think this already works, like, to make the ship more part of the ocean, even if it looks a bit stiff. And I am time constrained. I only have like 1 hour and 10 more minutes to finish this. At least that's my goal. Because I'm the kind of person that I could go on with these drawings forever. Never quit. But by putting a time constraint on myself, I actually know that I have like so much time to work on it, which helps me to finish stuff. Yeah, there's always like an art at some point, of course, you start, it's more changing things than adding things. I mean, I'm still at the point where I'm adding things, But for example, if I were to like add even more things to this scene, um, it would just become too busy. I mean, it's nice to have like a busy scene with all kinds of details that really makes a scene come alive. But I think even my old Terraria drawings, they had so much going on, which was nice. Uh, but sometimes a little bit much, especially the jungle one. Which isn't a bad thing, but it's a choice. Okay, let's see how this looks when everything is finished. Yeah, that was kind of the magic of those two. Yeah, I could add a lot of things, but I think in some ways my art is also more clean when I... That's also something I'm trying to grow in, like making my art more clean. Because as good as those jungle and ice and halo and stuff biomes were to make, um, I would say that they are quite chaotic and rough, detail wise. So that's one area I'm trying to get better at. Yeah, like when I talk about like chaos and detail, I mean my jungle drawings had a lot of stuff that looked like, oh yeah, I'm a lot of pixels here of this color and then this color like there. Like that's chaos. Bye Shadinator. Thanks for being on the stream. Um, and it makes it really hard to know what to look at. Whereas if I do it like this, the overall picture becomes very easy on the eyes to see what you want to look at. Because there isn't a lot of weird details distracting you. I mean, even the clouds are like chaotic, but they're still detailed. I'm trying to have as little of those 1 pixel gaps as possible. Which makes it easier to actually read the entire thing. Because, yeah, this, I mean, you could say this is a single pixel, but it's also part of this shape. So I try to work a lot more with like bigger shapes instead of like small 1 pixel details. And again, that's like a stylization choice. There's a lot of beautiful art you can make with dithering and rough details. So yeah. Let's get back to the pirate ship waves. I see like every pixel is like a character. Well, they all have their own story. Yeah, I'm actually thinking of getting like more like proper audio because as much as like I like this music, I'm not sure if I can actually license it. So, um, looking into like getting better licensed music too in future. But then again, I'm just starting out, so it's fine. I could talk to Aris. That's true. But yeah, once I'm a bit bigger, I'm probably gonna get like what you call it? Uh, art list or something. There's like a lot of like platforms that have like a lot of great music to use. But yeah, I put like the musician into the video description. So if you wanna check out their music, it should be in like the stream description. Because I didn't want to credit them. I didn't want to just run off with music from Spotify without crediting the author. Because that's a bit iffy. Let's go. I basically just wanted to stream with the music I was using because I was so vibing with the music. It's basically this kind of music is what I use when I work on my stuff. Generally love fantasy music. But enough about the music. I think you ever realize you have reached a point where you say, you know what? It might just be done. Might just be done. Just gonna see if I see some weird artifacts still. Might just be done. That's insane. You're like, I mean, there's still some cleanup to do. It's looked done for ages, yeah. I mean, I started the stream, it was basically done, but wasn't finished. I wasn't finished. Weird. I guess. Oop, could add like a little bit more character to this island, like that. Just give it a little bit more charm. I feel like there's some noise in there, so I'm just gonna clean up that 1 pixel. I'm quite perfectionistic. When it comes to details like that. Yeah, this one stays too tall for too long. It's too tall for too long. Then these minor details. I mean, go without them. It's large enough as it. It's large enough. So what else? I mean, I think the ship's more grounded now by using having that little bit of water in front. The birds are singing. It's always nice when you run out of things to improve on. I mean, there's always things to improve on, but you know, you reach the finish line. And I've never streamed reaching the finish line on these pieces, so it feels like, you know what, it's gonna be fun to actually stream like the final endeavors of a piece like this. Because I normally just stream the beginning, or like I did the midway point, or like quite an early point during the stream, and then I worked on it afterwards. But I suppose it's finished. Just gonna look at the waves. It's like one weird thing. Yeah, it's got stuff right here. But like these are details you really need to look at for like 10 hours before you actually see them. These are not details that anyone would see. But it's the kind of care that I like to put in my work. Yeah, this could also just go. And then, yeah, there's just so much going on. Yeah, there's one point where the wave. Look at the wave, because I feel like there's one point where it doesn't. Yeah, this one. Kind of does that multiple times. That's fine. All right. Should look better. Yeah. These are still the two frames that are the most different, I guess. But yeah, just keep going. It's done already. You're gonna be here for another hour with minor tweaks. Yeah, maybe. Um, I just like doing details. I'm a really detail-oriented person. Just how my brain works. But yeah, just some minor cleaning up. Some minor cleaning up. Um, But yeah. I feel like there was yeah. There's some stuff going on there. Which I don't like. Just not right. Why is this blue? Okay. There was still some weird shenanigans going on over here. That's weird. Okay. I hated it the most when like stuff like that just it's weird. But now it should be good. Clean. Watery. And pretty much done. So I hope you enjoyed me going on for another hour, just minor detailing a lot of stuff. But yeah, I think it's reached a point where I can say I'm happy with it. And I'm happy to share it. So thanks for being here again, everyone. And I'll see you in the next one. I will upload this. Maybe I will post like another like full time lapse on my YouTube channel if I can actually recover all the files. But yeah, that's basically it for now. So thanks for being here, and I'll post the final artworks on my socials. Bye bye.